Hey folks, so I just wanted to make a quick video kind of outlining this. You can see at the top the link I put in the search bar because I have 500 tabs open and don't want to show off my incredibly messy tabs, but um, this is what I'm using, kind of this leveling guide, right? And it's from the BG Wiki, which is Final Fantasy 11 Wiki, I guess. But it's got a lot of stuff in it, as you can see over here. And a lot of this stuff is kind of like, I would just not have figured this out on my own. You know, it talked about the windower, wherever that is. Something about that. It talks about a gold world pass, which I didn't bother. Oh, there's the windower thing, which has been apparently useful. This thing probably would have done something. I noticed on Reddit that people just make posts and people like throw the things at folks. So, you know, maybe I should have done that, but whatever. You know, Bahamut I picked here. But I mean, it's like, you know, I had done the install before because I tried to play this about 2 years ago, so that was at least nice that I didn't have to do that again. I think there's a guide on here somewhere about how to do that too. But you know, it talks about the starting jobs, talks about the races and nations, and kind of it just gives you kind of just a general viewpoint. And like I said, I think the original intent, right, was you just wander around, you talk to NPCs, you explore, which is what I did when I tried the free trial a number of years ago. Which apparently, if you leave it too long, you can't restore your character because the character doesn't become permanent until you make an actual account. So I couldn't restore the character. That's why I'm a human instead of a Taratara. Go figure. But because I just made a new character. But anyway, so the nice thing about it is, it's been a long time since I played a game like that, you know, like the really old school Zelda games or Final Fantasy games where you just had to kind of wander around and talk to every NPC in the town until you found the one that continued the story, right? Or, you know, EverQuest where you just had to just type random things in Say or try to trade items to people to get various quests to start. And there's just so many hidden ones that you wouldn't find otherwise, right? And there have been several things like that here where I would just not have found them without this. So, you know, in a way, it's kind of like, okay, this is sort of cheating the original intent. But flip side, I do routinely just decide to go off and spend a while leveling myself because I just feel like I wanted to level Red Mage, or I just, you know, wanted to, you know, I look over and I'm like, oh, that's an interesting looking area. I just want to go there and see what's there, you know. So, I feel like I'm doing a lot of the stopping and smelling roses part, and I'm less using this as a roadmap, and I'm more using it as a way markers. When I get lost or when I decide I want to go somewhere, I should read this part actually. That would be useful. But I just kind of say, okay, you know, what do they suggest I do next? And I'll kind of skim through it, see if there's anything in here that I want to know or that I want to do. Um, And then other times I'm just like, you know what, I'm hopping on today and I just am gonna, you know, go out and kill things and open the chests that spawn and make some money. Or I'm going to, you know, to buy some more spells for Red Mage or White Mage. Or I'm going to go and level up some skill points, you know, engage some things with only one trust out or something, and so that I can cast a whole bunch and use my sword a whole bunch or my club to level up skill, right? So and I'm going to go, you know, the next thing I'm going to do probably next time I log on is go to Sandora because I want to go there and see it myself before I see it in 14, as I said before. So what I'm doing with this is I'm using it as kind of a general way markers. I'm using it more like signposts or checkpoints, less like a full road. And it's up to everyone how they want to play games, but to me, this is keeping the spirit of it. I mean, you can see my videos from where I was going through the marshlands and how I'm just like blown away by it and just nerding out over it. Or my video where I talk about the spell shop in Juneau and how my brain was just processing that. And so I'm just enjoying stuff like that, and I feel like I'm still keeping pretty good to the spirit of Final Fantasy 11, as it were. Um, while also not getting lost because I'm a little older and I'm very out of practice in 20-year-old game mechanics of talk to every NPC in town. So anyway, if you want to follow along, this is kind of what I'm using. I mean, this will start you to hear, but anyway, um, Yeah, so this is what I'm kind of using if you're in the same mindset. But I mean, I'm trying this, right? Like it says, oh, modern convenience, talk to the Unity person and warp here to go directly to Juno. I'm like, you know what? No, I'm going to walk to Juno because I want to walk there and I want to see what it's like. Um, and yeah, I have trust, and yeah, everything is easier now, and yeah, I have a guide to use the wave part, but I still feel like when I got my mountain, I felt accomplished. When I got to level 30, I felt accomplished. So it's still really enjoyable, and I think I don't know. Like I said, it depends on the person, but this is what I'm doing. I'm just using this when I get lost and need a pointer to the next direction because the way I see it back in the day, there were so many more players leveling and everyone was leveling together in camps and stuff that there were a bunch of people to point you to things. Now you kind of don't have that. It's like I can go to Reddit and post a thread and then read all the replies, or I can just read this collective knowledge that somebody took a lot of time. Whoever put this together, if you ever see this, thank you. It has been extremely helpful, and I appreciate you as a person. Thank you so much. But anyway, so I'm just skimming around the area and seeing what I want to do next. I think I'm about to hear, and apparently I can do this part next. If I want to go to Windhurst, I hadn't been to Windhurst, but I'm going to go to Sandoria next because I want to go there before 14. Oh, maybe that is one of them. Oh, cool. Anyway, so I'm planning to walk to a lot of places. I'm planning to get a lot of books and a lot of crystal unlocks and a bunch of other things. And it may be a bit before I come back to this and keep going. But when I do, I do. And, that's cool. Like here, start a clock. You should do this immediately because, you just need to zone in once and then the clock starts. And then when you decide to go back later, you can without having to wait. That's good to know instead of in the future going there and being like, hey, I'm ready to do this. Oh, no, you have to wait for a clock. Oh, darn. Right. So I don't know. I think this is cool. So, it's up to you how you want to play if you ever play this or whatnot, but I think I'm still filling out the spirit of I'm getting to run and smell roses and wander around. And at the same time, I'm also when I'm like, oh, hey, I want to continue to make progress or continue on the story or continue doing something quote unquote productive, uh, then I have this. And if I log on for an evening and I'm like, it's after work and I kind of want to just go out and mindlessly kill things in one of the dungeons and level red mage or whatever, I can do that too. And so that's the important thing is make your own goals, make your own objectives, and when your goal or your objective is I want to do the next important thing, come back here and read up a little bit on when you can do different things so that you can kind of give yourself a little intel on what to do next, and so you kind of have an idea of where you want to go when you want to go there. And if you don't want to go there right now, if you want to just wander around, smell some roses, absolutely do it. And if you don't, whenever you're ready, the guide is here to come back to and go, oh, okay, that's the next thing that I was going to do, or that's the next thing, and here's what I need to do it, and so on and so forth. So that's pretty much my piece on that, but that's what I'm doing. The last couple of play sessions, I've just kind of logged in and mucked around. I think I did this tonight, but um, it's like the time or two before that, I was just walking around and leveling because it was fun. The important thing is to do what you want to do. I do want to get to level cap. I already can tell that I'm going to like this game, and I'm probably going to play it for a while. I'm going to do it real casual. I'm not really super serious in any game. Like I'm not in Final Fantasy 14 either. But I can see this being fun. So, but anyway, so I keep mentioning this a lot in my videos, and I figured I should tell you guys, where it is and kind of give you a skim of it so that you can kind of see, oh, okay, that's what you've been using all this time because I keep referring to it. And if anyone else does happen to start it, I would recommend at least skimming through it, at least the beginning part, and about the installation stuff and stuff like, hey, get a warp ring and some other stuff and these little blocks like here and get a mountain. You get what I'm saying. It's up to you to get how much or little use of it you want, but for me, I would be utterly lost without this. When I tried playing before, it's like, what's a record of eminence? What's a this? What's a that? And here it's like, oh, it tells you these things that in a modern game would probably be in a help pop-up menu that you could read about in game, or in an old game, you would have been able to talk to other players and they would have been like, oh yeah, you're a new player. I'll join my guild and I will tell you all about these things. And you don't necessarily have those resources here. And so this is kind of a really good stopgap. Anyway, I'll stop blathering on and let you go. But now you know what when I refer to this thing, you now know what I'm talking about. Anyway, later. Bye.